Hi color kids, and welcome to the final video tour of the Rainbow Land Museum. I am going to go around the entire museum. I've done this before, so I'm not going to stop this time, I don't think, and talk about anything in particular. I'm just going to pan around. Feel free to, pause on anything that you want to look at a little bit longer than I'm holding the camera on. But I want to show off every single item that I have on display. And I've probably said this before, but just in case I haven't, I do have some items that are not on display, but there are very few. The majority are out here to be seen and enjoyed, which was like the whole point of setting up the collection in this house. And honestly, one of the reasons we bought this house is this space that I am showing y'all today. Because if you haven't seen it before, you'll see it's very unusual. And of course, we made some modifications to it to make it even better for this purpose. But it was already pretty darn cool. The record player that started it all. Yeah, I have to say that every time. I can real quick talk about that while I'm just sitting here panning. That record player is, as far as I recall, the first Rainbow Brite item that I ever collected. I don't mean like got, because I did get a few Rainbow Brite dolls and items when I was a kid for like Christmas, birthdays, that sort of thing. Oh goodness, yeah, you're probably gonna hear and see the cats. They're in here with me. But I was at a thrift store when I was 15 years old in 1995, and I came across that record player. That one. I'm panning back, don't worry. And I just fell in love with it, thought it was the coolest thing, had to have it, so I got it. And then I started picking up every other Rainbow Brite thing I came across in other thrift stores, and then at flea markets. And then I had like family and friends giving me stuff, and then eBay came along, and y'all know, it was all uphill from there. eBay opened the world to collectors, and I do have items from all over the world thanks to that. I'm not going to open the closet this time. Y'all have seen it before. It's just even more chock full of Rainbow Brite t-shirts and costumes and etc. But they're all a little messy right now. I mean, not the stuff that's hanging, it's fine. Hi, Skeletor. Hey, buddy. He's looking for shadows to play with. He's ridiculous. Or just moving light. Yeah, the shirts are fine, but there's a whole bunch of shirts now that don't fit because I filled it up so much. So let me stay an extra second here because there's a whole bunch of books. You might want to pause on that and take a gander. And over the years, I've tried to, group things together, like alike things together when I can. But sometimes, especially upstairs, that didn't always work out, which we'll get to. And yeah, like that green of the wall, we painted it that because when we bought the house, actually I'm trying to remember what color this room was. It might have been a different green or blue. I can't hardly remember. That's terrible. Although that was, 10 years ago, so I'm allowed to forget. But whatever it was not that great of a color, and I wanted the whole, green of the grass. So this is level 1 look, and then you'll see what color level 2 is in a few moments. Whole bunch of books there as well, but a lot of them are like coloring books, things like that, so you can't really tell what they are from the spine necessarily. And then we've got the stove. Yeah, I never had room in here for the whole set. Kudos to those who do. There's the mat from Truffle Shuffle. I think, yeah, I panned by these briefly, but just, yeah, Star Sealer poster and that. So now I'm going to go back around and show you the middle of the room, because there are also collectibles there. I think maybe the first, I'm trying to remember when we got these glass shelves. I believe it was within the first year that we lived here. If not, it was like the second, because I filled up all of the shelves pretty quick and then was like, yep, I still got a whole bunch of stuff that I would like to be able to display. How can we make that work? And these lovely glass shelves from IKEA were the answer. I think all of the shelves on this level are from IKEA, just in case you're curious. I specify on this level because there are some different ones upstairs. And another book bag. I love all of the book bags. And you've probably noticed, especially in these, hello Wisma, sorry. Yeah, okay, say hi. Yes, good girl, okay. There's a mixture of both vintage and newer stuff in these shelves. Wisp, you can't be doing that the whole time, honey. I love you, but bye. But that's just because there's so much stuff, and how else would you possibly display it all? Sorry about the glare. But I had to wait for a nice sunny day to do this tour, because the museum just always shows best on bright sunny days. I did have to add that lamp that I passed by a moment ago after we put these glass shelves in, because they blocked the light from the ceiling light. And I was like, wow, this room is super dark all of a sudden. Bye, Skeletor. He'll probably follow us up. Okay, so now we're going to go up to level 2. And we're going to start with this, my favorite painting. Oh my god. Still so gorgeous. And that's just like a sticker decal thing, but I love it. I think I always meant to put more of those on the wall and just never got around to it. But yeah, I made the stairwell a bit of an art gallery for some fan art that I collected over the years. I mean, this is not fan art, that was a poster from a convention, but things like that. Here, I'll go at least one more step before I pan over to the other side, because it's on both sides. Got several originals, and then several prints as well. This is on canvas. That's actually a photograph that I took way back, yeah, probably soon after we moved into this house. Again, sorry about the glare. Maybe I'll come back over on this side and then, yeah, we left off with her, which I think this was actually the first piece of fan art that I collected. So it's still also one of my favorite paintings. This was a gift from my friend Michael. I still love it so much. See, now I want to tell y'all all the stories about everything, but we would literally be here all day if I did that. And I think I've done a good bit of that in previous videos, which is why they're so long. But, you know, can't really complain, can you? Yes, that is my childhood costume from when I was 6 years old in 1986. Yes, Wisp, you're just a part of the collection now, aren't you? I mean, your name is Wisp, so you fit in. Those were my first animation cells. I do have one that's actually from an episode somewhere else, but it never made it onto the walls. I meant to hang it somewhere, then I couldn't figure out where to hang it, and then it just never got hung. So it's still in the closet. And now it can find a new home with someone who will actually hang it up and enjoy it. Hey, I at least framed it for y'all, so took out some of the work. And that's a fakey starlight, that's not a real one. I always get that question. Figured I'd head it off now, but I've had him since I was a kid, so I can't get rid of him. And that's a cross stitch that I did. I didn't create the pattern. It's based on, what do they call it? Pixel art that somebody made. So it's easy to make cross stitch out of pixels since they're all squares. Whiz, shish. There's some foreign books in there. Again, big mix of all the things. Here on the left, the Rainbow Brite and, well, the Rainbow Brite, the hand sprite, and the Romeo sprite. Oh, and Red Butler. Those are all mine from when I was a kid. So I'm for sure keeping those. This, I'm just going to call this my Janine shelf, because this is mostly made up of items from the UK that my friend Janine sent me over the last several years. I think I'm actually going to have to just kind of pan across to show off everything that's on these shelves. And that's another fakey starlight that used to walk at one point, but this one doesn't work, sadly. So many amazing things. And hopefully you guys have watched my last video so you know why I'm doing this, but just in case, real quick. And you can go see like my other video tour videos if you want. I'm pretty sure I talked more in those. If you want a bit more description about some of the things you're seeing. But really this is great for just pausing and looking and seeing all the things. But yeah, the reason I'm doing one last video tour is that next spring, or maybe early summer, but probably in the spring, my husband and I are going to be moving to Switzerland, which is very exciting. But, as you can imagine, taking a collection this size across the ocean, I won't say it's impossible, but it's problematic. It's very problematic, and our solution to that problem was for me to sell off the collection. And I discussed all of those reasons in the previous video, so feel free to watch rainbowbrite.net's final merch haul for more details, because I'm not going to go over all of it again right now. Oh yeah, and there's a clock from the 2000s era. Y'all know I gotta mention a few things here and there. There's my new Sparkle Brite. Yep, I found a great place for her. Notice the 90s Rainbow Kids. And I'm not going to pull out all my buckets, but they have things in them that are just not easily displayed, such as children's clothing, children's nightgowns, PJs, that kind of thing. To duplicates of things. There's like a bucket of duplicate German audio cassettes. There's a bucket of doll heads. Well, they're not the whole heads, just the face, that were used on some like purses and backpacks back in the day. This is my new Starlight variant that I love so much. He gets like a place of honor. That was the basket of toys that kids could play with that came to visit the museum. Not many of them got played with over the years, but a few did. I think that got everything. Okay. You can also see my collection of rainbow glass. Mostly antique. Not all, but most of it. I started collecting that in our old house and then completed it when we moved here. But don't worry, that's not coming to Switzerland either. I don't want people thinking like, oh, you're going to take the antique rainbow glass, but you're not taking Rainbow Brite. Oh, heck no. We are getting rid of practically everything. Like, not actually everything, but we are really paring down to just the bare essentials. I love this rainbow rug. I might see if we can bring that with us. This, I just gotta show off real quick. This little table and chairs, my uncle Relman crafted these. He's been doing woodworking for, gosh, most of his life, I would say. So decades and decades. He made me that. He made me this chair. He made me a high chair that is in the next room that I'll show you. A doll high chair. Oh, I forgot to really zoom in on my prototype over here. I know there's glare. Sorry, honey. She gets kind of lost in there, but I always meant to get her, like, you know, a bigger, better box to be in or some kind of display case. That didn't happen either. That's okay. Through the rainbow. And when I talked about stuff being in closets, yeah, there's two, which are great. But they are both full, for the most part, of stuff. Extra stuff, you know, stuff. And I did give a good bit of it away. But there was even some stuff that I couldn't give away when I tried. And I mean to, like, my patrons. I don't mean that I, like, just made it available to the entire fandom, because of course it would have been gone in 2 seconds if I had done that. But there's just too many people that would have been insane. As much as I love all of you, and I'm so glad that you're a fan and or collector, whatever you identify as. I mean, if you're watching this, I'm assuming you're at least somewhat of a fan. Yeah, I love all of you so much, but y'all know it would have just gone insane if I was like, hey, here's this box of free stuff. Who wants it? And yeah, I guess I could have done, like, I don't know, raffle or a drawing or, that stuff, you know, still takes time and effort, and it just never quite happened. And I don't know if I showed off my desk last time, but it's semi-ish clean, so I'll show you this time. This is where I sit to do all of my videos. Yes, that is a Harry Potter game, and I use that as a, what do you want to call it? A pedestal? A riser? Whatever. I put my laptop on top of it just to make it a bit higher. There's my, well, I don't want to point the light straight at the camera. But yeah, this is just some extra stuff that I couldn't figure out where else to put in the museum, but I wanted to put it out for you guys to see. And some of it is just, you know, recording equipment, but, you know, I love that mouse pad. I might have to hang on to that. Here's the high chair that my uncle made. Love it so much. And back there's just some really big Rainbow Brite stuff. Like, that's a card. It says Valentine. Yeah, that's a massive card that my friend Anne gave to me. And these are He-Man and She-Ra cells. They're just still up here from back when I used to have some He-Man collectibles up here as well. Let me actually push this chair. I think I can push it in a bit. Get it out of the way. Okay. Gotta show off the bed in all its glory. As long as I don't run into something as I back up here. I have absolutely adored having this as my background for so many years. Oh, and there's my Mitten Box Moonclow. Yes, I am keeping her. You can't have her. It's cute. The few people that did ask, they're just like, I'm sure you're keeping her, but just in case. Yeah, y'all knew I was keeping her. Oh yeah, Wisp, you knew that too? Well, good for you. You're a smart girl. Oh, I'm getting a foot cramp. That's okay. I'm not going to let it deter me. I'm pushing the door open. Oops. A little bit because, oh, take this backwards. It doesn't get a whole lot of light over here otherwise. There we go. There are those great extra lights on the other walls in this room and the other room, but not on this side. Don't know why. Those, of course, are not Rainbow Brite, but they've been in here the entire time we've lived in this house too, so no reason to move them now. And then we're back to this side, which we've already seen. So I'll just do a quick, I don't know, pan around each room, I guess. Whoa, I'm sorry. I'm probably making some people dizzy and or sick right now. Not my intention. Oh, right. I didn't show you all this side of the door. That wall scroll. Love it. So, we'll go back through the rainbow. And I guess we'll end where we started, just so y'all feel like you've been here, I hope. That's just my intention here, is to show off everything that was ever added to the museum. And sorry, yeah, that was not in focus before, was it? Let me try that again. Yeah, show off everything that was ever put into the museum and just give, you guys the feeling that you've been here. Because I know a lot of you wanted to come in person and just never got the opportunity. I would have had a ball showing it to you, I'm sure. Because for the people who did come, we just had a blast every time. And that was where we always took our picture. Right there. So there, insert yourself right there. You could say you've been to the Rainbow Land Museum yourself. And I want to see those Photoshop jobs, because that would be hilarious. And here, I'll give you an aerial shot. And yes, I painted all of these spindles myself. Took way too many coats on the red. I didn't know what I was doing, sorry. But I love them so much, and I hope the next owner of this house keeps them rainbow, because why wouldn't you? I don't care what this turns into. It'll probably be somebody's bedroom or something. But whatever the case, they need the rainbow spindles. And oh yeah, real quick, I was saying how this is one reason we bought this house. Yeah, like, we're on this green room is on the second floor of our house. Like, I don't know if you can see out the window without it being too sunny. Whoa. I think you can tell. We're on the second floor of the house right now. So yeah, this is that yellow hallway out there. Sorry about the litter box, but whatever. In this green room, second floor. And then you walk in. I know we didn't go this way when I first came in. Wisp is helping me show the point. When we were first looking at this house, we walked into this room and we went, wait, there's a staircase? But we're already on the second floor. Like, where does that go? And got up there, and it was like because the previous owners had a couple of kids, that was like their homeschooling classroom up there. So we were just like, oh, we know what we're going to do with this place. And those shelves, sorry, I forgot to point them out. I probably did on a previous video. Not like those shelves that I'm showing at the moment, but the ones that went all around the wall up there, my husband put those in. He like custom cut all of those boards and put the shelves in so I would have plenty of room to display my collection. So again, don't know what the next owners of this house are going to do with it, but hopefully something cool. And I am going to end on this beauty because she's too gorgeous not to. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me all these years and enjoying this collection and the Rainbow Land Museum and my YouTube channel and my website and all the things. And like I said in the previous video, it's just the collection that's going away, not my fanaticism. Okay? I'm still gonna love rainbow, don't worry. Till next time, have a rainbow day. Bye.